Welcome everyone to another edition of Historical Geocaching on the Road with Geocacher T and Photobug from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Currently visiting Greenfield Village, an awesome outdoor history museum in Dearborn, Michigan. This video I'm going to try and show you the Edison at Work district and learn more about Thomas Edison. This right here, amazingly, is a place that I've never been in all my years coming here. It is Edison's Fort Myers, Florida laboratory, which is really, really interesting. I've never been in here. Now, we are going to go on to some more parts of the Edison at Work district. This is the Sarah Jordan boarding house, place where all the single men who worked for Edison would come. And let's see what we can learn here. Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good, good.
Where are you from?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
First time here?
No. I've been coming for about the past decade.
Oh, okay.
My grandfather lives in Hawley, and so we come to visit him in the summer, and he always makes sure we come down here a few times.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, I haven't been in here in this building for a while. What can
Today
you...
we have the, the street dancers.
I'm getting down there.
See that? That'll be fun. And there's a cake walk where you can win cakes.
Neat.
And Theodore Roosevelt is driving around, and
I'm heading there. I'm keeping a close eye on the time to go down there.
Okay. Well, I wish he was running because I would like a third party running. So this is Sarah Jordan's boarding house, and
Okay.
this is where the unmarried men lived, worked for Edison.
Okay.
Up to 16 men lived here, and they worked in Menlo Park.
Okay.
And it's the same number of steps from the boarding house to Menlo Park. Henry Ford has this laid out so you can see how far the men walked home. It's an important building because on New Year's Eve 1879, Edison was going to have the biggest scientific experiment on Earth. He wired all the buildings at Menlo Park, his home, John Creasy's house, the boarding house, for electricity. And so on New Year's Eve, about 3,000 people came to Menlo Park.
Wow.
Edison gave the command, they threw the switch from the machine shop, that generator, and all of a sudden, all these buildings started blazing with these 7-watt light bulbs.
Wow.
You can imagine those people were running and screaming in the streets. They thought Edison was a magician. So through time, most of the other buildings have just fallen with time. This is the only one left in the original condition. So you're the oldest building wired for electricity in the world.
Neat.
So you can walk through the whole house. You can see that.
Thank you so much. This is really awesome. I don't think I've ever been here before. Guess you can go upstairs. You gotta be careful. I don't have good balance. So if you never see this video, there's good reason, because I kind of like fallen backwards or something like that.
It's the last time. Heaven only knows about 5th floor. In the room next door, it's Mr. Posey. You could tell which things are his. Girly pictures and fancy big run. One day I even
I don't think I've ever been up here.
He's
That's
a bit
really
wild
cool.
next to young Mr. Hipple and smart Mr. Lawson, but they all seem to get along, most of the time. Now what's left? Finish the bedrooms. Try to get this all done before me. Look at some best small bedroom against front.
Why is that being blurry?
Pump the water, heat the water, boil the milk, rinse the clothes, and hang on the yard. And then the next day it's the yard.
Okay, I'm gonna descend the stairs, then head on to more of the Edison at Work district. Okay, well that was a lot of fun. learn more about the Sarah Jordan boarding house. Now I'm going to see what else I can see in this Edison at Work district. Hoping to take a walk in one of those a little later today, or a ride. That was a little later today. As the lady in the Sarah Jordan boarding house mentioned, there's Theodore Roosevelt. He's going to be giving a campaign speech in exactly 14 minutes at 11:30 a.m. And so there's a lot to this Edison at Work district. Right there's the main laboratory, but I'm gonna just see some of the more little known buildings, except not the main lab and before the campaign speech of Theodore Roosevelt, and then I'll come back to the Menlo Park lab itself after that speech. So I don't think I've ever been in here before. This does look neat. I honestly forget what this is of, so let's go back out to the sign. Thomas Edison's Menlo Park office and library. Oh, this is funny. Thomas Edison knew how to make an impression. He had his office built from brick so people would think he was running a strong, profitable business. That's funny. And it's built in 1929 in Greenfield Village. It's a replica of the original office and building. Still, that is just cool. Let's see what this building is. So I'm going to try to finish up the Edison at Work district after the campaign speech, but I want to do everything but the actual Menlo Park laboratory before. And I don't know exactly what this is, but oh, there's the sign thing over there. This is Thomas Edison's Menlo Park glass shed. He worked with glass. He needed different instruments for his inventions. Now they share ideas that they had about their inventions. Again, I don't think I've ever been in here before. Let's see what this is. Maybe woodworking shop? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a woodworking shop. A combination gas machine here. More machines that Thomas Edison used to make the inventions he invented. Finally, before that campaign speech, which will be happening in 11 minutes flat, we're going to be heading into Thomas Edison's Menlo Park machine shop here, which is also a really cool place.
That's how much energy you put into it. How we buy. Also, maybe some electric field.
Okay, now on to that campaign speech. Okay, back to the Edison at Work district. Neat quote here by Edison himself. I never did anything by accident, nor did any of my inventions come by accident. They came by work. Good quote to remember. I just am finished listening to a half-hour campaign speech by Theodore Roosevelt himself. I will be putting that into another video on YouTube, separate video. So yeah, now we are going back to the Edison at Work district, going to see the actual Menlo Park laboratory. This looks like it's, oh, okay.
Surround yourself with the best. It's like you surround yourself with your smart parents. He surrounded himself with some smart workers to help him to create. I don't know what's in that one. It doesn't have a label on it. Next to it, I'm not sure. Some of the ones that were a little bit iffy, we were worried they were going to hurt us, we removed. Right? But we tried to put in here everything that he would have had in 1876 to 1882. That's the 6 years he was here. And in those 6 years, they came up with over 400 inventions. So they were doing a lot of work up here. In his lifetime, he has over 1,000. But this period here was very productive year of his life. And it was the help of his team. He surrounded himself with a great team of people to help him to create. They would take breaks. They can't work constantly, right? You do need a break every once in a while. And you see the organ back there. I didn't realize that Thomas Edison was quite good at playing the piano and probably excellent at playing the organ too. Even though he did have some hearing loss, he was very good at it. And he saved lots of music, tons of music. And the University of Michigan has much of that music that he saved, the sheet music, and recorded some of his own. But here in Menlo Park, New Jersey, this is the lab of Thomas Edison from 1876 to 1882, where they improved so many things. Improved the telegraph, improved the light bulb. If you've seen the play, you'll know that there was 21 other inventors trying to perfect the light bulb. He and his team did that in 1879. And at that time, they had a big party in here. People were invited to come in and see this, look up and down the street at light bulbs on the street and into the city. And we have the last remaining building from that light display, original building, the Sarah Jordan boarding house. Right down the street. The street's name is Christie Street. And of course, that's the same street from Menlo Park, New Jersey. Is that Thomas Edison trying to call me right now? because he is going to be downstairs at 1:30. He's always trying to call. That Thomas, always trying to call me. But at 1:30 we're going to have a play downstairs with Thomas Edison talking to the press, if you haven't seen it already. Now, a lot of times Thomas Edison is up here, but in 1929 he sat in his chair. In 1929 when he came here, we had another party. And that party was 50 years after his first light bulb party. So it was called Light's Golden Jubilee in 1929. And Mr. Edison said, you guys did a great job of remaking my lab and bringing it here to Dearborn, Michigan, after it was in Menlo Park, New Jersey. And here is Mr. Edison sitting in the chair, and we have not moved that chair since in commemoration. And there is Mr. Ford standing next to him, and the President of the United States, and many other dignitaries were here. Will Rogers, Madame Curie, you'll remember from radiation work, and many other dignitaries. Orville Wright was here to thank Mr. Edison for all that he'd done to improve our lives, make our lives a little bit better. Now, we also have a recording I'll play for you. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I see some sweat starting to roll down. This is a very warm place in Greenfield Village. But here is a recording of Thomas Edison back in 1927, 50 years after he came up with the idea of the tinfoil phonograph. Could you push this button? Yep.
The first words I spoke in the original phonograph, little piece of practice foot. Mary had a band that sweet quite a flow, and everywhere that Mary went, the land was sure to go.
So there is Thomas Edison doing a recreation, which he liked to call his recordings, in 1927.
Okay, well that was good. If you enjoyed seeing Thomas Edison's Menlo Park lab, I certainly enjoyed hearing the stories that guy upstairs had to say. And yeah, that was my phone just rang. That was my cell phone. My parents were calling to wonder how I was doing. But yeah, the guy there, he's telling me that Thomas Edison was calling. Okay, I am heading off to lunch. To this weekend is the jazz festival, or not jazz, but Ragtime. And I need to go over to lunch, but I think I might get you a little footage of all of those people having fun.
Alright, come on, ladies! Let's see it. Let's see the attitude. Very nice. There we go, ladies. Let's see the jewelry now. There we go. Down with the hats. Very good. Alright, let's stop right here. Find your number.
You got a number?
I have a lot of empty boxes down here. Anyone got a number?
Okay, well that was fun to see that little Ragtime street fair thing. And I've also, I don't know if it's in this video or if it's in the Theodore Roosevelt campaign speech video. I've also captured some more footage of this little street fair festival. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe above or comment or like below. Be sure to check out my blog at www.historicalgeocaching.blogspot.com for details on this video and others, as well as anything history or geocaching related. As always, this is Geocacher T and Photobook signing out. I'm having a blast with the past.